different loops within another loop, like for in while in do while in for in any other loop, and n number of loops can be added in one another. Basically, why we use nested loop, guys? So if I want to print a matrices, if I want to print any pattern, if I want to go with rows and a column, if I want to merge both my rows and column, then basically I'll be using these nested loops. And it doesn't mean like only one loop can be added in one, but if you want, you can add more than 2 or 3 loops also within each other, and that is again known as nested loops. So I'm just going to write here nested loops. This is my class. I've created my class and I'm going to work in it. So my class is opening here. So just like in our last session, what we have done, I'm just going to select my entire code by pressing Control A, and I'm going to remove and I'm going to write my own code here. So guys, first of all, I'm just going to explain you what I'm going to do here through Paint Editor. Basically, I'm just going to I'm just going to print here a pattern. What kind of pattern I'm going to print here? You can see I'm going to print here this kind of pattern, like a 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, and then 5 star. So basically, guys, how we will be doing all these things is I'm going to explain you. You can see here that how many rows I'm having. You can see I'm having my first row, I'm having my second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row, and if you see column again, I'm having first column, second column, third, fourth, and fifth. So guys, what I'm going to do here is I'll be taking I'm just going to give names to my rows. Like you can see, I'll be using here my I. I'm using here for row. Basically, I'm using here a variable whose value will start from 0. So basically, this is my 0th row, means this is my 0th row, and I'm just going to give a name to my next row. That is my first row starts from here, and then it starts with my second row, and then my third row, and then my fourth row starts from here. So basically these are my rows, my 0th, first, second, third, and fourth row. And now I'm going to talk about a column. Now what do you mean by column? Column means you can see these are my columns. So I'm just going to give a name here. That is my J. This is my 0th column, and you can see the second star. The second star is on first, the third star is on second, then third, and then fourth. So basically, if you can see, like an intersection means wherever I'm just going to intersecting, like you can see this is my I is 0 here, and my J is also 0 here, you can see. So basically I'm just going to run my two nested loops here. When my I is 0, when my J is 0, so 1 star will be printed, and my I is 1. When my I is 1, basically I'm just going to starting, my I from 0 every time. So it is not compulsory like you will be taking here only I and here only J. You can take this J and this I, you can take any variable, but basically I, J, K, L, and M we basically take for loops. So guys, when my I is 0, when my G is 0, I'm starting from 0, I'm going till 0, and I'm just printing my 1 star. But when my I is 1, you can see my J is starting from 0 once again. So when I'm going from 0 to 1, so I will be getting a 2 star. When my I is 2, but J is again starting from 0, but it is going till 2. Okay, next time J is 0, it will be going till 3. Next time J is 0, but it will be going till 4. So my J is always starting, is always starting from 1. This you need to understand. My J is always starting from 1 and it is following I. So when my J is 0, it is starting from 0, it is going till I, then it is going till, that means it is going 0 to 0, then 0 to 1, then 0 to 2, then 0 to 3, then 0 to 4. And that is how you will be getting all these stars in this form. So I'm just going to start writing a code here. So simply I'm just writing here class, and I'm writing at the name of my class that is nested loops, which is the name of my class. I'm coming back to my class. I'm creating a space here. And coming back to public static void main, because we have not started yet classes and objects. So I simply start here with public static void and main. I'm not writing anything else, and I'm just coming up here inside my bracket. You can see. So I'm just onto my code, and I'm starting writing my nested loop. So guys, you can see first of all what I'm going to do. I'm just using here for the first for, that is my first loop, outer loop, it is also known as, and I'm going to declare here a variable I, which is going to take my row, which always starts from 0 and it is going till 4, not 5. It is going till 4 because when you count from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, basically it is 5 only, guys. So if you want, you can write like this also. So that means basically it will be going right till 4 only. It is not going till 5 because I'm not putting here equal. But if you're putting here equal, you have to write here 4. Now, what should happen? Basically, my I is starting from 0. It is going till 4. But each time my I is increasing by 1. I'm coming back to my inner loop now. Here I'm in my inner loop, and my loop is ready. I'm just going to write my inner loop now. So again, I'm just going to write here for only, and I'm taking here one more variable, guys, that is j. And j, what I'm doing, I'm starting it from 0 every time, but it is going to follow I. So if my I is 0, j is running from 0 to 0. If my I is 1, j will be running from 0 to 1. If my I is 2, j will be running from 0 to 2. So it will be going like this, and each time my j is going to increase by 1. So guys, basically when I'm writing j plus 1, it means I want to say j, you please increase by 1. It means j is equal to j plus 1. Now what I want to do is, guys, I just need to print a star. System.out.print, I'll be using here, remember this thing, I'm not using an ln. I don't want to change my line. I simply want to print here a star. That's it. So I just want to make here the symbol which I want to print terminate with a semicolon. Now please come out from an inner loop, because you guys want to print this pattern, right? So you are printing first star, you will be coming to the next line, you are printing 2 stars, coming to the next line. So basically, who is printing your stars? The inner loop is printing, and after completion of inner loop, you need to change the line. So guys, when you're coming out from your inner loop, when you come out from an inner loop, you need to change the line. So simply I copy this thing, I save my time, I come out from my inner loop, and I simply remove entire thing from braces from round bracket, and I simply write here ln. So you guys can see, like, system.out.println, it means that it is just going to change my line. So my inner loop is going to paste all my stars, all my pattern will be printed here from my inner loop. But whenever I jump out from my inner loop, I'm changing my line, and again I go back to inner loop, I print a star, I change my line. So this thing will continue till your loop is giving a permission to let it run, and once the condition is false, it will come out and you can see the output. So guys, I'm quickly going to press here shift control I to apply indentation. You can see it is all done. My code is ready to go. I'm just going to click here on compile, and you can see here it is no syntax error, means I don't have any error. I don't need to do anything here. I'm just going to come here, nested loop, and I'm going to click here on void main. You can see output now: 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, and 5 star. So guys, if you want, like, each and every star should have a space, then you can do one thing. You just need to give a before a star, you just need to give one space. Simple. Click on compile. Again, I'm going back to run my code once again. Now next code, what you will be getting with a space, you will be getting spaces now. I'm opening output screen. This is my output screen. Now you can see there's a difference in between these two patterns. First, we don't have any space. Second, we have a space. So guys, this is like this. You can print. You can see here I is 0 and J is also 0. So basically, we are starting from 0, landing on 0. So 1 star. Here my I, my J is starting from 0, but following I, and then now my I is increased from 0 to 1. Means 0 plus 1 is 1. So my I is 1 now, but J is starting from 0 only. So 0 and 1, 2 star. Again, J is starting from 0, and now I is 2 this time. So 0, 1, and 2. That is the reason you are getting 3 stars. Now J is again starting from 0, but it is following I, and I is 3 now. So 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 stars now. I is 4 now, but J is again starting from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see this pattern in front of you. And now what you need to do, you just need to practice this thing. Then only you will be able to understand, like, how nested loops can be done. Writing here, because this time I'm going to apply here nested while. So I'm writing here and this is my while. So this is the name of my class, that is nested while, and I'm going to teach you how you can write the same code using nested while. So I'm just removing entire code, and I'm writing my own code. You can see my code is here, and I'm just going to transform this program entirely. I'm going to change my for loop with a while. So guys, how to write while, you know it. First of all, I'm just going to change the name of my class here. I'm simply going to write here n while. This is my while. I'm coming back here, and I'm just going to create here, first of all, int I and j, so that I can use it later. And at the very first step, I'm going to initialize with the value also, like I is 0 and G is also 0. I come back here, and I just need to write here while, and I'm going to write here a condition. First, I'm going to write here condition I is lesser than is equal to 4. This you can see I have done. I'm coming back to my outer loop, and I just need to increase the value of I. So I simply come up here, and I just increase the value of I here. You can see I increased the value of I. So this is my outer loop is ready. I'm just going to work on my inner loop now. So this is my inner loop. You can see I simply write here while, and I just write here the condition, guys. So the condition which I wrote, in for the same condition, I'll be writing in while j is lesser than is equal to I, because j is following I. And whenever you come to inner loop, no, whenever you come to inner loop, you just need to know that j is starting from 0. So these many things we just need to do in inner loop. One more thing I'm going to do here, like I just need to increase the value of j with 1. I'm going to apply indentation, guys. Now you can see my code is well arranged. I'm going to explain you once again what I'm doing. I initialized my I with 0, j with 0. My I is going till 4, but right now my the value of I is 0. I reset the value of j every time, because whenever you go out from inner loop, you're taking some other value of j. So I need to reset it to 0 so that we will be having some pattern. J is lesser than is equal to I. It means my I is 0 right now. The first step I is 0 and j is also 0. So 0 to 0, when you go, you will be getting 1 star. When the value of j will be increased, so value of j is 1, but 1 is not lesser than 0, you will be out from this inner loop. You are going to change a line. Next time when you come here, the value of I will be increased. So the value of I was 0, it is 1 this time. You can see 1 is lesser than 4. Yes, exactly, condition is true. J you reset at 0, because last time j is 0 only, and you reset the value. Last time, sorry, the value of j is 1 and you reset it to 0, and this time the value of I is 1. But so when you start from j, your j is 0 right now. 0 to 1, when you go, you will be getting 2 stars. Means this loop is going to work 2 times and you will be getting a 2 star. When you come out from the loop again, your line will be changed. Your I will be increased. Your I is 2 right now. 2 is lesser than 4. Yes, the condition is true. J is again starting from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3 stars you will be getting. You jump out from inner loop, you come out to outer loop, you increase the value of j. Sorry, you increase the value of I, and so it means the value of I will be going like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But j always start from 0, and it follows I. If I is 0, j 0 to 0, 1 star. If I is 1, j 0 to 1, 2 star. If I is 2, j 0 to 1, 0, 1, 2, 3 stars. So it will be working like this. I'm going to click on compile, coming back to my main screen, and here you will be able to see my old outputs with my new output also. I'm just going to come back to my output screen now. See, guys, this is my program. This is the output of my code. And if you want, you can remove all old outputs, and you can see the new output. Once again, I'm going to right click here on N while clicking on now run. You can see the output. This is the output. You can see spaces, you can see rows, columns. This is my output, guys. So this is a program I'm going to give you in description. And again, I'm coming back to my main screen, and right now I'm going to do the same thing with a do while, so that you will be having a perfect idea like how to write nested do, nested while, and nested for. So I simply write here and do while. This is my program. I'm coming back in this. And here what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paste my old code, and I'm going to transform my entire code from while to do while. So this is my for loop which I have copied basically. I'm just going to make it, I'm going to make it do while. So all where everywhere we just have to write do, it. So I'm just going to write here do. But when I come back here in PSVM, I simply write here I and j, and I initialize, I with 0, j I initialize with 0, I initialized with 0, j initialized with 0. My do and do is working like this only. Now this is my first inner loop, guys. What I'm going to do is, what I'm going to do here is, this is my j. So simply I'm just going to write here j is equal to j plus 1. This is the condition I have written, means my j is going to increase. It is going to print a star, it will be increased. And right after do, we have to write while, it. So whatever condition I want to write in my inner loop, that I'm going to write here. So what I'm going to write is j is lesser than is equal to I, because my j is following my I. And I'm going to do the same thing, like whenever I come back to my inner loop, I just need to reset the value of j with 0. And here I'm going to write a little code. In fact, here also I'm going to write. So this one, what I'm going to do is, this code I'm just going to cut, because here every time, like whenever you come back, whenever you're going outer loop, you're coming inside a loop, you're resetting the position. So I just reset j is 1. Now what I'm going to do is, here I'm going to write my code. Means here I'm going to set the value of I also. I'm going to write here I is equal to I plus 1, this I have written. So the whatever the value of I is, that will be increasing one by one, that will be increasing, and I'm just going to come outside of the outer loop, outer do while, and here I'm just going to write while I is lesser than is equal to, sorry, it is 4, and I'm just going to semicolon. I'm going to put semicolon here. So now you can see my code is ready. Class name, I'm just going to change the class name, the same name what I have given, I'm just going to write here, that is do, it is while, do while. Now you can see here, guys, so my class name is and do while public static void main I initialized with 0, j I initialized with 0. I've written here do. This is my outer, this is my inner loop. In my outer loop, I just increased the value of I, which is 0. So now I increased, but each time I just need to increase at the end. So I'm taking it outside my inner loop. When I come out here, here I need to increase the value of I. Now you can see my loop is done, everything is done. In do, I'm not doing anything. I just initialize my j with 0. We go inside, we print a star, j value will be increased. We check till it is following I. We are just going to work on, we change line, increase the value of I, and the condition is also written. I'm just going to apply indentation and I'm going to run it. So basically the code is ready, guys. I'm just going to click on compile, and I'm coming back to my output. I'm just going to clear this output so that you can see the latest one. In fact, the shortcut key also, that is \F, and the screen will be cleared and you will be able to see the output, fresh output. I'm going to right click here. I'm clicking on void main, and you will be able to see the output now. This is the output, but this, guys, this I'm using do while, nested do while. One more thing I would like to tell you is, it is not compulsory that do while can be used inside do while only, that is again nested. But if you're using while inside do while, for inside do while, that is again known as nested one. I'm going to create one more class, a new class I'm going to create here. I'm going to explain you one last sample of one last program, so that you will be able to know, okay, I can write any other loop inside any loop, that is again known as nested. So I'm just going to write here n, and mix, this is mix. So I'm just writing here the name, that is mix. I'm coming back to my class, that is n mix, and now my class is ready. I'm just selecting entire thing, I'm deleting, I'm pasting my code here. So I just need to come back to the code. Maybe the code is not copied. So I'm just going to coming inside. This is my n while, and I'm just going to copy this thing, and I'm coming back to my mix, to my mix one. So this is my n mix. I'm coming inside and I'm pasting here. So here you can see my code. My code is pasted here, and I'm just going to change the name of my class first of all, that is nmix. I can see I'm having so many codes opened up here. I'm just going to close it all together one by one, and this is my nmix is ready, guys. So what I'm going to do is, I'm using for loop inside while loop. Basically you can use any loop. So what I'm going to write it here, what I'm going to do here, I simply write here for, and I'm going to take here, that is int. I'm taking here my j is working, starting from 0, following I, and j increased with 1 every time. So if I'm, if I say my j always starts, from 0 every time, so I don't need to inform here then. And in fact, if I'm using, if I'm declaring int here, if I'm declaring j here, then I don't need to declare it here. Otherwise, I can remove int from here. So your error will go. You will be able to understand, because j, some variable we just need to create only once. We cannot create any variable more than once. Once it is cleared, once it is declared, it is all done. We can use the memory. So what I'm doing, I just initialize j0, but in for loop also I'm initializing. So now if you are not initializing your j with 0 here, it is done. It is not required, because while you're going inside your inner loop, every time you're initializing your j with 0 and j is following I, you will be printing here your star, your j will be increased. So here again the j, you don't need to increase by 1 once again, because you're already doing this thing in for loop. And if you do it here, it will be increased with 1 and then 1 again. So basically it will be increased by 2, which is not according to the pattern. So that's the reason. This is how you can add, I just add a patch, of this for loop, a nested for loop inside this, while you can see my I is starting from 0 going till 4, nesting line, and we are just increasing the value of I, and j, what we are doing is starting from 0 going till I and printing star. That's it. So guys, I'm quickly applying here indentation, and I'm going to run it. So you can see I'm just going to click here on compile, and the code is ready to go. I'm just coming back here on my main screen and mix. I'm going to right click, clicking on void main, and you can see the output now. So this is my output. This is my new output. If you want me to delete all my old outputs, okay, I can do it once again. I'm going to right click here. You don't worry about the code, guys. I'm going to give you all these codes, everything in description, so that you will be able to learn easily. You can see this is the output. So this is it, guys. Today I have explained you like nested loop, for loop inside while loop inside for loop. You can add any loop within any other loop, that is known as nested loop, and you can print any pattern or any series. So thank you so much. We are going to start our next topic in our next class. So please see me in my next session with some more new topics and examples. Thank you.